What's going on, fans and viewers? TheAireaidLord is back. Today is my usual gaming update. Well, I didn't get to do one last week, but I'll explain why. Today is January 13th, 2013. For any new fans who I've acquired over, the past couple of weeks or whatever, gaming update is just a video, almost like a channel update, just basically telling people what's going to be happening in the future. Pretty much in the coming week on my channel, and then I talk about some long-term things and kind of get everyone up to speed on what they can expect for the next coming weeks and the next coming days and all that great stuff. So, I didn't get to make a gaming update last week. One of the big reasons for that is because I am currently in the middle of a marathon of games, and if you've been following my footage, you'll know what that series is. It is the Grand Theft Auto series. I am doing a marathon, the countdown to Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm basically going to be playing every single Grand Theft Auto game that has ever come out, ever, and I'm going to be doing a full playthrough, or what I consider in some cases to be a full playthrough. And yeah, that's going to be going on for basically the entire month of January, because there are no games that coming out in January. So, basically, I'm doing that as filler content for people, and also because I want to do it. I'm really looking forward to Grand Theft Auto 5. It's probably the game I'm looking forward to more than any other game coming out in early 2013, or 2013 as a whole, I should say. And it's going to be freaking amazing. I am so pumped going back to San Andreas and to see all of the great things that Rockstar's improved. And one of the ways I want to celebrate and show my love for the series is by playing and recording all of the games that have come out since the old era. And yes, that actually, if you've been watching the videos, that actually includes the PlayStation 1 era games. We're talking Grand Theft Autos 1, London, and 2. These three games came out on the, I think, PC and the PlayStation 1 back in the late 90s. And they were very old, very rusty games. It was the introduction of the series, and it was kind of a hashed game, per se. And if anyone watched those videos of the marathon, they'll know that it's an old game. And I saw comments on the playthrough, people saying, oh my god, this is really old, this game kind of sucks. And I agree with a lot of those comments, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to get through it just to show people what it was about. So, I started the marathon by uploading a video basically showing an overview of all of my games, all the Grand Theft Auto games I had collected. I don't believe I had them all. The only game I didn't have in there was GTA 2, I believe, but every other Grand Theft Auto game was on display for your viewing, and I basically explained, what I was going to be doing with the marathon, some rules that I set, such as, I would use cheat codes if I got to a point where I just can't get past a mission and it's just taking too long, stuff like that. The video did very, very well, way more than I thought it would. It's got close to 400 views, that and the intro video. I made a little intro video in Sony Vegas to kind of get people pumped up and ready for the onslaught of videos that were coming. Both of those videos did very, very well. And then the videos that followed, the old Grand Theft Auto games on the PS1 that I did playthroughs, quote-unquote, of, and then my GTA 3 videos that I subsequently have been uploading this past week. The views have been okay. They've been up and down. I think people are getting, a little tired of seeing Grand Theft Auto spamming their subs box, which, again, subs box don't even fucking work anyway, but my point is, uploading this much Grand Theft Auto content is a bit of overkill to an extent. And I understand that. And I understand that people don't have time to keep watching the videos that I'm putting up. Right now, if I could hit my video manager page. Right now I'm at part 73. I've uploaded 73 Grand Theft Auto videos, and that includes the PlayStation 1 era games. That includes Grand Theft Auto 3, and it also includes a couple of videos of Vice City. At the moment that I'm making this video, I am about, I don't know how far I'm in Vice City. I'm about a quarter of the way, I think. But I did beat GTA 3. Okay, that game was an experience in and of itself, because it was the first PlayStation 2 Grand Theft Auto game. It was kind of primitive in some factors, kind of frustrating with some of the missions. I did use cheat codes for 2 missions, but every other mission I didn't. I actually did it I did it without the cheat codes, and some people tell me that oh, cheat codes add more to the experience and such and such and such. And I agreed to an extent, but for some missions I didn't want to use them. But some missions, such as the last mission of Grand Theft Auto 3, which was just ridiculously hard, I kind of needed them. So that kind of made it easier for me. I wasn't... See, the purpose of the marathon, if I could just say this for a minute, the purpose of the Grand Theft Auto marathon is not to do pristine runs of these games, okay? The purpose of the marathon is to show people the progression of the Grand Theft Auto games from the earliest game to the latest game, okay? So starting, as I said, from the PlayStation 1 games, where it was freaking primitive, 2D, your guy rotates in a circle like an idiot, up until, what we have nowadays with Grand Theft Auto 4, really good graphics, everything's kind of polished, and that's the whole purpose. The progression of how Rockstar has changed this game series from the late 90s when it started up through the early 2000s when it was in the PlayStation 2 era and they were experimenting with different things, up until the late 2000s when we had Grand Theft Auto 4 and they really took it into the next-gen era. That's the whole purpose of the marathon. It's not to do pristine runs and collect everything and do 100%. That's not what the whole marathon's about, okay? And that was evident in the PS1 games, because if anyone knows, in the PlayStation 1 Grand Theft Autos, the purpose of the game is not to complete missions. The purpose of the game is actually to gain a certain number of points. When you gain a certain number of points, you actually unlock a cutscene, which is really just an arrow on your map which tells you to go somewhere, which unlocks the next stage. In Grand Theft Auto 2, there are no cutscenes in the entire game, and you just teleport to your next area. In Grand Theft Auto 1, there are cutscenes, but the cutscenes are really old, and the mouths move up and down, and it's not synced, and it's obviously not very well done, but again, this is to be expected. But it was hard for me to do a playthrough of those games because there was no, set goal in mind. I believe each area had like 15 quests to do, and you would go to a telephone and they would give you a quest. But let's be honest, most of the missions I was receiving were pretty generic. Drive somewhere, take somebody out with freaking little shots that go in a straight line and can't curve. It's really, having to work with the gameplay is just frustrating, and once you fail a mission, the mission you can't do it anymore. So I was getting to the point where it's just becoming ridiculous, me trying to do the missions. And I basically said, you know what, I can't save these games anyways. That was another thing. I can't save when I was playing Grand Theft Autos 1, London, and 2, since they were PlayStation 1 games, you can't save PlayStation 1 games to a PS2 memory card, okay? I was using the PlayStation 2 to play these old Grand Theft Auto games, and you can't save your progress. And I didn't have a PlayStation 1 memory card. I don't have them. I got rid of them years ago. That system's been obsolete for years. So I don't have them, and I don't need them, really. I mean, in the case of Grand Theft Auto 1, I guess I did need them. But basically, in days' time, I was basically using cheat codes to unlock missions and get more money and more health, and that was basically what I was doing in order to make my experience easier. Basically, those videos were just for the run and for the fun of it, okay? And then, Grand Theft Auto 3 I did take seriously. I completed all of the main quest missions, used cheats for 2 missions, really, I think, and that was it. So now, I'm on Vice City. I'm having a real fun time with the game, actually. Much more of an improvement from Grand Theft Auto 3. I've seen some of the new features that they've added. I actually unlocked, I don't know if anyone knows this from watching the videos, I unlocked the ability to infinitely sprint in that game. I guess if you do 12 ambulance missions, you unlock that ability, which was pretty cool. So, yeah, I'm liking it. I haven't failed one mission yet. That's the funny thing. I don't believe I've failed one mission yet. The missions have been pretty straightforward. That's the least I can't really say that for Grand Theft Auto 3, where I kind of had to do these missions 4 times over until I really got the hang of them. Vice City seems a little bit more straightforward as to how you're supposed to do the missions, okay? That might not be true as I get into the game, and people might be saying, oh, there's really hard missions in Vice City. It's fine. I'll take my time. Again, you'll notice that the videos I upload I edit out some of the failures, just for the sake of the playthrough not being 700 parts. Already I'm on part 73, and I'm only on Vice City, and I still have a couple more games to go, so I'm not really close to being done. So I kind of have to, get through these games. And The reason why I say January is my time to do this is because once we get into February, there's going to be a lot of games coming out. We have, a giant mass of games coming out in the early springtime of 2013. January, there's a lot of free time, so I have the ability to do this marathon and kind of consolidate this footage and do all of this stuff. So that's basically how I'm doing the marathon. I'm partially through Vice City, and some people have been leaving comments asking, oh, what game is he going to do next? Oh no, it has to be San Andreas. Oh no, he has to go back and do Liberty City Stories. Well, I've been thinking, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it in the order of the games, how they came out. So I'm probably, after I beat Vice City, I'm going to do San Andreas. Okay, that's a big one. I know a lot of people are looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to it. I did actually play that game and beat it when it came out, so I am looking forward to it. After San Andreas, we'll go to Liberty City Stories, then Vice City Stories, and then once that's done, then we'll jump into GTA 4. Then after GTA 4, I'm thinking of possibly doing Chinatown Wars, which is for a portable system. Like, I have an iPod Touch which I could download it for, but it would be really weird because I'd be using my camera to film it on my nightstand. It would be really, really weird. I don't know. Leave a comment if you want to see Chinatown Wars. I'm really thinking of not doing it. It is a Grand Theft Auto game that was made by Rockstar, so it was for a portable gaming system though. So maybe I can make it work. I have actually, if anyone knows this, for Halloween 2011, I filmed Zombieville on my iPod, and I filmed that. So I have taken footage of my iPod before, but I'm not really sure if people would like to see that in that similar manner as to how I did it in 2011. So leave a comment if you want to see Chinatown Wars. I'm thinking of skipping it, but after I beat GTA 4, I would go on to Chinatown Wars, because that did come out after GTA 4. And then I would finish up with the 2 DLCs for GTA 4, The Lost and Damned and The Ballad. So that's the plan, okay? I'm getting to the end of the ropes, and I think with the time I have in January, I might be able to finish this marathon if I really go gun-ho and I kind of push forward, okay? I'm really thinking I can do this, okay? It only took me a couple of days to beat GTA 3, despite the fact that the game was kind of hard and it took me a couple of tries to do the missions. I still, there were only like 67, 70 missions in that game, and it looks like GTA Vice City is around the same length. San Andreas, I know, is way longer than both of those games, so it's going to take more time to beat them. But it'll take time, and I hope that, some people I know are waiting for certain games more than others. Some people don't want to watch the older games. Some people want to watch the newer games. I completely understand that. And I'll work with whatever people basically want to watch. And I'll kind of accept that for the views that they are. I'm not going to get angry if I see low views on some of the videos. I understand that people can't watch all my content, as always. Okay. Some quick things, logistically or technically speaking, with some of my software. Some people have been complaining during the videos, or not complaining, they've been telling me during my videos that when I speak into my microphone, it lowers the game audio, or reverse, the game audio is louder than my mic volume. If you haven't noticed with some of the Grand Theft Auto videos with the PS2, where I'm able to do, I'm able to use my Elgato to do direct capture. I use a mic to do live commentary as I play. I'm not syncing it with a recording device, okay? I'm basically using the mic with the software at the same time that I'm playing. There's a feature to lower the game volume as you speak, and there's also an option to not use that feature. What I found is that by lowering the attenuation, I don't know if anyone knows what that means, but it's basically how much the game volume will lower when you speak into the mic. I've lowered that a little bit, so now it's not a drastic change. So when I start speaking into the mic, you don't hear the game just completely, the volume just drop to a low meter, and then as I stop speaking, the game volume rises back up. Some people, in the first video of Vice City, people were noticing that, saying, oh, it's kind of annoying. I do agree. It does detract when you hear the volume keep cutting in and out, and it is annoying. I have fixed it. The most recent video on my page does show that I have fixed it. I have fucked around with the mic features, and it is fixed. So I do have a balancing between my voice and the game. That way one doesn't trump the other. The game volume and my voice are kind of synced up. So it's not one is louder than the other. My voice is louder than the game, or my game is louder than the voice. I did figure that out. That is fixed. So do not worry. Any future GTA videos, or any videos that I put up for that matter, will have that problem fixed. Another thing that people have been telling me is that they're having a hard time finding my videos, okay? This I can't fix because a couple of people have been saying that YouTube's new layout that they've made has basically been hindering them from finding my videos or the videos even showing up in their subs box. My friend P-Dog, who he's a good friend of mine, I've become friends with him over the past couple of months. He was a fan of mine that I basically became really good friends with. We just kind of clicked and our interests kind of just took off. I kind of compare my friendship to him, how Phil became friends with me. We kind of became friends in a similar way through this online medium. It's pretty cool. I'll talk about that maybe at a later date perhaps. But he was telling me the other day that, he subscribed to me obviously, and he was telling me that my Grand Theft Auto videos weren't showing up in his subscription box. And I'm like, well shit, if they're not showing up in his subscription box, how can they be showing up in anyone else's subscription box who subscribed to me? That's a problem. That's hindering people from seeing my videos unless they go directly to my page, which I know people are subscribed to other people and they don't really have the ability to do that all the time, okay? It's fucking stupid, okay? I hate the fact that YouTube has destroyed their website with this nonsense. They make they claim that their layout is the easiest thing to use. It's not. Like, you've basically turned away hundreds of thousands of customers who could have potentially used your website, and now they can't because it's impossible for them to find any of their YouTubers that they like. Okay, YouTube has screwed me, okay? And it's pissing me off because I've heard a lot of people say, oh, YouTube's a free service, you shouldn't be getting angry. Well, that's not necessarily true. When you're a partner like I am, when you make money off of YouTube, you're actually making money for YouTube. YouTube gets a cut of the paycheck that you're given each month, okay? So if I'm in a business relationship with somebody, I expect that the other half of my relationship is holding up their end of the bargain, okay? I don't think it's fair that YouTube gets to make these shitty decisions with their website and it affects all of the people using their website, okay? In many cases, my related videos aren't showing up on the right-hand side of the page. It's all the top YouTubers who freaking video whore all of the views, and it's annoying. Like, how can I get my content to broadcast to anyone if all these big fucking stupid-ass YouTubers are getting all the credit? Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. I can only do so much to get my content out there to you guys. I put the videos in playlists, and I tweet about it. I do have a Twitter, which I've been starting to put in the description of my videos. It's at TheAireaidLord. Follow that Twitter for all updates regarding video uploads, okay? I let everyone know when YouTube's having a fucking problem or when I'm uploading large quantities of videos or when something's changing, okay? That's the source. That's where you need to go. I have been seeing a couple of people following me on Twitter over the past couple of days as I've started to put it in the description of my Grand Theft Auto videos. That is what you need to do for the future of any of my playthroughs when I update information. That's where I update all of my fans and subscribers for the latest and greatest on my channel. Okay, I just want to throw that out there real quick. But I can't do much about the YouTube problems. YouTube works in its own freaking system. It's corrupt. It's fucking broken. But again, YouTube has a monopoly on the freaking video sharing website thing, and they feel they can do whatever the hell they want. So I can't really do much about it. And you're just going to have to either go to my channel page or really click on my name in the subscription box to find my stuff, okay? And that's an unfortunate problem, but again, people like me and people like my friend Phil have been complaining about the YouTube, or not just us, a lot of people actually have been complaining about the YouTube system from the end of freaking time, ever since they changed it in 2009, and then they changed it again in 2011, and 2012. They just keep changing it. They're stupid. They just don't understand what people want from YouTube. They want simplicity. They want to be able to see their content in an easy fashion. If you start fucking throwing all this stuff and changing where stuff is, it confuses people. Same thing with Windows 8, which I resent to the fucking heavens of the earth. It's the worst operating system I've ever used in my life. It's just they got rid of the start button and don't get me on a rant about Windows 8. All right, I apologize, but I was just using it as a point to go back to how YouTube's kind of fucked up their website. So. Okay, so that is the plan. The rest of January and even today, I'm actually going to be doing more Grand Theft Auto. I'm going to be doing more Grand Theft Auto, more Grand Theft Auto, more Grand Theft Auto. If you're getting tired of seeing Grand Theft Auto, today, actually right now, I'm uploading a video of Skyrim. I did do some Skyrim stuff off camera, and I filmed it with my Elgato. It doesn't have any voice, but I'm sure by the time you're watching this video, the Skyrim video is already up. Basically, it was just some side quests I did, and I figured people would want to see that because, you know, if you're not a fan of Grand Theft Auto, this really isn't your month to be watching my content. But, you know, I have this video, this Skyrim video from the Dragonborn DLC that I took, so that could be, it's like 30 minutes long, so that's some filler content, alright? If you're not a fan of Grand Theft Auto and you're getting tired of seeing my content, you want something different from me, I have this Skyrim video that can be some filler content until the big games start coming out in February, okay? Also, a couple of odds and ends I don't really know that are going to be happening over the next couple of months or weeks, okay? I want to do the Borderlands 2 DLCs. I'm going to be completely honest. I want to do them. Borderlands 2 was one of my Game of the Year nominee picks for 2012, and I want to do these DLCs. So far, 2 DLCs have come out, and a third one is going to be coming out in the next couple of weeks. And as you know, I did Borderlands 2 co-op with my friends Phil and John Rambo, okay? It was, that was back in September. But I want to do the DLCs, okay? And right now, Phil is kind of, I've been talking to him, and his channel's kind of in a very weird state right now. He's kind of realizing some things with it. I'm not going to talk about that. That's not my business, but I don't really know if he's going to want to do the Borderlands 2 DLCs. He's taking a new direction for his channel, and I don't know if he's going to want to do them, okay? He's shown interest in doing them, and he said if there was free time, he'd do them. But I don't really know. I just don't know if he's going to want to do them. I've tried to talk to him about it, and he's kind of gone in a circle trying to explain to me why he thinks he should do other stuff. I mean, that's fine, but I really do want to do the Borderlands 2 DLCs. As I just said, Borderlands 2 was one of my favorite games of 2012, a nominee for Game of the Year for me, and I feel like, I want to do them. I want to do the DLCs, and it would be a shame. I've already purchased the freaking Season Pass, so it would be a real shame to waste all that money and not do any of the DLCs. So, I'm throwing that out there. Hopefully I can convince him over the next couple of days, because you might see that next week at some point. Maybe I take a break from Grand Theft Auto and play the Borderlands 2 DLCs. We'd probably start with the first one in the treasure hunting one, and then we'd go on to the Mr. Torg, and then there's the Sir Hammerlock DLC after that. So, I'm not sure what we do, but we do something to that effect. Also, I know there have been some new games coming out, like a new Devil May Cry game, which I'm not interested in. I never played the Devil May Cry series in the PS2 era, and people have been kind of shitting on this game already, saying it's not that great, so I'm not playing it. Let's see, I don't know, again, I'm not getting any new games in January. I've already said this a couple of times. I'm not buying any new games in January. The only exception is the Black Ops 2 DLC, which is coming out at the end of January. There's actually a new zombie map pack, or not map pack, a new zombie map, and there's also a new zombie mode where you get to play as the zombies for the first time and attack humans, which I think is pretty cool. There's also multiplayer maps, which, if you know my stance on Black Ops 2, I pretty much hate the game all around. The multiplayer is just completely generic, has changed nothing, and I get so frustrated because the game is the most abused game on the planet, and I just can't play it. I just can't. Like, my friend P-Dog has been asking me to play it over the past couple of days. I play like one match and I rage because the game is so fucking broken. People just camping and fucking quick-scoping with snipers, abusing SMGs, shotguns. I could go on and on and on, and I hate Black Ops 2. I honestly hate the game to the core. However, I've already purchased the Season Pass for it. But the only reason I did was to get the Zombies maps. I love the Zombies mode of Black Ops 2. That's the main reason I got it, okay? I know it kind of seems weird, and my friend Korochado asked me this, why are you buying the Season Pass if you're only going to be playing the Zombies mode? Well, you can do a lot with the Zombies mode. You got the regular survival, and then there's always the Easter eggs they throw into the maps. So it's not a complete loss, okay? So when I do the new map pack, which I forget what it's called, but when I do the map pack, I'll probably be doing the zombie modes with the same friends I did Transit with back in November. And then if you catch me in a good mood, there's a chance I might do some multiplayer for the new maps. But it might be like one video per map. But if it starts to get ridiculous, then I'll just call it. So, okay, so I think I've covered everything. The only last thing I want to discuss is that I have been in contact with Machinima concerning Pax East. If you don't know what Pax East is, it's a convention in Boston, only a couple of minutes away from where I live here in Massachusetts. I went to Pax East last year, and I really liked it. I went Saturday, I got a lot of great footage, and it was very successful. The views were astronomical, in the thousands for those videos. They were very, very good, and it was very successful when I went last year, okay? This year, it's going to be a tad bit different, okay? I didn't realize last year, I was partnered with Machinima when I went last year, but I didn't realize that you can actually ask Machinima for a ticket. If I had known, I would have asked them, but I didn't know. This year, I obviously know. So I got in contact with Machinima, and I basically said, look, I'm looking to go to PAX East with your VIP access. I realize that you guys give tickets to your partners and directors. I would be interested in having one. So the guy gets back to me and says, unfortunately we don't have as many tickets as we did last year, but we can still put you on the waiting list, quote unquote. So I basically filled out a form which basically says, what convention you want to go to, what's your name, what's your channel, and all sorts of other stuff. And I got an email back and he said, okay, you're in the queue. Basically, he told me, he said, what's going to happen is, when they, in the next couple of weeks, because PAX East is the 3rd or 4th week of March, okay? It's not in April like it was last year. It's in March this time. So he told me, he said, basically how we're going to do this is we're going to, when it gets to the time of PAX East and when we have to make decisions concerning tickets, we give them, I guess Machinima said they give the tickets to their, I think, like employees and the people that represent them and people they work on projects with and stuff like that. He told me if they have any extras after that, then they would give me one if I was on that waiting list. So I'm hoping that that is the case. I really am, because it would be great to go. This would be the first time I would be going to a gaming convention with, representing a company, being able to have VIP access, meeting other partners, being able to have exclusive access to certain things within the convention. It would be really freaking cool. I don't know if it's going to happen. However, I'm going to PAX East regardless. Let me just throw that out there, all right? Right now, the Saturday passes are sold out, which kind of surprised me. But I actually just ordered a couple of minutes ago. I ordered 2 Sunday passes, okay? And basically, my little brother Jonathan, who I'm actually going to be doing a playthrough with of a game in a couple of weeks, he actually wants to go to PAX East because, again, it's really close to where we live, so it's not a huge excursion for us to go out there. So basically, here's how it's going to work. If I get the VIP access from Machinima, I would be going by myself. If not, basically, I would be going with my father on the Sunday, okay? If I do get the VIP access, my little brother and my father would be going on Sunday, and I would be there with my VIP access kind of thing. Because my father does like to go to the gaming conventions. As you've probably noticed, he's gone to a whole bunch at this point. New York Comic-Con 2 years in a row. He went to PAX East with me last year. He likes to look at the games and stuff. We also like to take trips together and stuff. It's good socializing experience for the both of us. So yeah, that's the plan for PAX East. It's in 2 months. I know I'm kind of jumping the gun, but I just wanted to put that out there for anyone looking for the next convention. Because I know MagFest kind of fell through the cracks. I really wanted to go to that, but they denied our stuff, so we couldn't really do much with that. So, alright, this video was really fucking long. I'm going to stop it. Thank you for watching. No Grand Theft Auto footage today, as you've probably noticed. The only videos I'm uploading is the Skyrim filler video and this gaming update. So that's the plan. That's what I'm going to be doing. Thank you for watching. And I hope you tune in for the later Grand Theft Autos. I know some people are waiting for the big ones like San Andreas and GTA 4. I hope you guys tune in. I hope you guys can get past the stupid YouTube problems that have been hindering you from watching my videos. And I hope you stay with me for more of my content. Thank you. Peace out. And see you later.